Hiya, it's Mama C here, and this is my second vlog video. First off, I am really going to have to apologise because my voice has gone very hoarse overnight. I have not taken up a massive smoking habit. I've got acute laryngitis, and like the absolute numpty that I am, I won't rest my voice and be quiet and whisper all day and write little notes. I am going to talk away because I can't stop talking. I'm too chatty, that's it. The next thing I'm going to apologise is for the sound, because I've got two very excited children beneath me in the living room who are playing Minecraft, and they are screaming at the top of their voices. Really sorry to my neighbours who may have to put up with some of these screams and shouts from their games, and no doubt it'll get to the point where one of them's crying in a minute because somebody's blown up their house or something like that, or sold all their belongings. Final thing I'm sorry for, yes, I really am orange. I fake tanned this morning, I've been busy and I've not showered it off yet, so I do look that slightly tango tinged today. I hope to be getting it all removed off at some point tonight, so that I'm not going to work looking like a little fat umpa. Hey, right, let's get on to what I'm going to talk about. Yay! So I thought that I would talk a little bit about my Facebook Free February, which I've just completed. A lot of people have asked me how it went, and do you know what? I really enjoyed it. I think when I thought about having a go at it, I was a little bit anxious, and I thought, do you know what? I don't think I can live without Facebook for a month. But I do tend to kind of rant a lot on there, and I probably annoy loads and loads of people with the stuff that I put on. I've had to learn not to do that, and I am trying, but it's just me, and I think that's what I've realised over my time of having some space from it all, is that, do you know what, I am who I am. I can't change that. I do rant on about subjects sometimes. I like posting the odd thing about kind of spiritualist kind of views of the world, and being kind to one another. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I have probably reduced a lot of my posting because I'm not in that mentality anymore of kind of thinking, oh, how will I put this onto a status? And I was doing that. That is absolutely crazy. It took a long time to break that habit. You know, they say that it takes 21 days to break a habit. Well, it really did take it that long, because when I first started off, what I was actually doing was my mind was thinking in Facebook status page like mode. It was really weird. I'd do something and the status what I would write would be in my head. Oh, that is freaky. And it did take a long time for me to stop doing that. I did miss it at times. I wanted to go on, but one of the biggest things that I found was it was the information that was on there that I missed. If I wanted to know when an event was going on, it might have been something I wanted to take the boys to. It might have been a work-related thing. It might have been even our page where I work, that there was information going on there, and I was kind of missing out because it's not always sent out in an all-users email. So that was quite frustrating. And also some of my clients might want to know something about something that's happening locally, and I couldn't kind of get online to do that for them because so much now is sort of shared on Facebook. So yeah, that was a difficult part of it, and it's probably the main reason why I returned. I'm glad I returned, but I am going to try and do things differently, and I'll talk a little bit about that in the next little bit. So the changes that I've decided to make have been that I have deleted so many people off my Facebook. Tons of people from school. I think I've probably got about 3 people that I went to school with, and I felt really bad actually deleting a lot of the people, but I thought, do you know what, we'd probably avoid each other around Tesco, so what's the point in having you on my friends list? Some people I saw as kind of doing that whole thing of this is me, this is my perfect life, and perfect partner, perfect children, perfect car, perfect job. And it's not that I'm anywhere jealous of that, because I have my own thing. I have a wonderful life. I do love what I have. I've worked hard to get where I am today. So it's not that at all, but I was just kind of sick of seeing all kind of the fake stuff as well. But I suppose we're all guilty of that. The next kind of people that I did decide to delete off was people from uni as well. Not because I don't dislike them in any way. It was just because that's kind of part of my life that's over now. I'm no longer there. I'm no longer a nurse. So they're kind of all getting on with their careers, and I wasn't even sure if I wanted to see some of them develop their careers when I'd kind of left that behind. You know, I'm sure I probably will miss a lot of their posts and things going on in their lives, but I think there's, you know, if I wanted to speak to them, I would get back in touch. If they wanted to speak to me, I'm sure they would as well. And the next kind of lot of things that I deleted was anything that was really where I'd met people through any kind of groups and stuff like that. Again, not real life people. So, well, they are real people, but what I meant was that they aren't, you know, in my life. So that kind of left me with family. I kept all of my family. I don't think I deleted anybody from my family. I also kept people who I work with, because I think, you know, I see them every day, and it's nice to know what's going on in their lives and follow their lives a little bit. And, you know, these are people that I would kind of stalk around Tesco and say, "Oi, you know, what are you putting in your basket?" and being nosy. So yeah, I think they know me really well as well, and I think, you know, because we work together, we can bounce ideas off each other and share things, so that's good. And who else did I keep? Probably a few treasured friends, a few people that I felt that were really, I might not see very often, people from Cumbria when I lived there, and, you know, how I miss them, and I know I haven't really made a lot of effort to get back in touch with them really, but they're always on my mind. I always think about them and the times that they supported me and rallied me in my job, and, you know, anything really, even going to play areas and stuff with them was just good fun, and I certainly don't want to lose that link with them. And also people who may live much further away, other side of the world and stuff like that. These are all people that I literally would enjoy spending my time with, and that is the most important thing. It's about kind of making that world a little bit smaller for myself. I didn't feel like I was being fair to myself or the other people by kind of having these fake Facebook friendships. So that's why I decided to kind of cull a lot of people, and it certainly isn't anything that reflects them as people or my friendships with them. You know, if they were to stop me in the street, then God, certainly I wouldn't, you know, not have a conversation with them. So what did I do with my time, I suppose, when I wasn't on Facebook? Well, I kept Instagram because that kind of kept me in the loop with some people, because I really didn't want to lose that. And do you know what? I'm a terrible scroller. I like to sit and scroll through things on my phone. So Instagram gave me that, although it did get a little bit boring because I was seeing kind of the same people posting over and over again. Also, I spent a lot more time doing things that I enjoy, time writing. I did some drawing. I picked up a pencil for the first time, God, in years and years and years, probably about 15 years, and I started sketching. Weren't brilliant, but I realised that if, you know, I could put my mind to it, I could be drawing again if I wanted to. I did want to paint actually, but I haven't got around to that, and it's something that's still there. I want to start kind of getting into painting again, because it's something that I think, you know, it just gets those creative juices flowing, and I think you instantly feel better when you've created something. I also spent a lot of time relaxing, and also a lot of binge watching TV. Now, I don't watch any of the soaps. I completely knock them on the head. Oh God, probably 9 months ago now, I would say. So I don't bother, and haven't missed EastEnders or Coronation Street or Emmerdale or anything like that, and I found that I had more time to do things that I was really passionate about when I stopped doing them. So the time that I haven't had on Facebook, I did spend kind of catching up with other shows. So there was things that I watched. I watched Portrait Artist of the Year. I've watched Broadchurch, both of them. I totally binged on them. Loads and loads of other stuff. I got a little bit obsessed with Yes to the Dress as well. Not that I am getting married again, because I'm already married. And certainly, if I was to renew my vows anytime soon, I wouldn't be wearing a big white wedding dress anyway. But it was just one of them shows that I kind of like, oh my god, this is so good. This is just like, watching people, the faces of people kind of go, oh, you look ugly in that dress. And the mothers that ripped people apart. Oh my god. So yeah, that's kind of one of the things I did as well. I think I spent a little bit more time relaxing and chilling out, and just doing a bit of housework as well, which was quite therapeutic. I kind of got through some of the stuff that was bugging me. We all have kind of places where we shove our junk, so I kind of cleared out a little bit, and I painted my kitchen as well. It's yellow and grey, a bit like my my website, but I'm absolutely loving the colours yellow and grey at the moment. So yeah, that's what I did, and I totally recommend it to anyone to have a go at having a whole month Facebook free or social media free. It is important though. It's something that I think is there in our lives, and we can't kind of deny it ourselves of it. I think I was only just watching Match of the Day this morning with Nathan, and one of the commentators mentioned about a player who was, I don't know, it cost £20 million or something like that. But there was like a load of stick at the weekend over this player. He'd been there for quite a long time. I don't think he was being very successful, and it was like, oh, there's been a lot of discussion on Facebook about this player this week, and I just kind of thought, do you know what, that is how it is, isn't it? Social media has taken over how we communicate with people in some ways, because years ago we had our circle of friends. It might have been, down the pub over Sunday lunch, on the phone or whatever, having a rant about something we've seen on TV, something in the papers. Now suddenly we share that, and it's out there for the world to see, our own opinions. And you know what? I think that's actually really, really good, because yeah, you will get some absolute shits who write crap, and trolls and people who are just, looking for attention. But there's also some really good points to be made by other people, and I think we can learn an awful lot by some of the comments that people put and the information and knowledge that they have on certain subjects. So I think it's all good, really, and I certainly think that social media is here to stay. I'm happy to keep it. I think it's just about a bit more self-control about what I post, and how I spent my time using it. Still guilty of it, still scroll through it morning and night, but it's not sort of taking over my life, and I know that there's so much more I can be doing with my time.